up, guys? Happy Friday. So I have a challenge coming soon, dropping today. Simple, not easy. Maybe the hardest thing you've probably ever done, and no, it's not any burpees. Keep an eye out for that. We'll talk about it more. But right now, I want to go over maybe how to elevate your wall sit and get you mindful of how to work with tension. Because a lot of times, whether it's with athletes or the general population, we think that increasing intensity needs to be adding more weight or load, and we don't even know how to utilize our own muscles and body in good positions. So let's start. Find a rack or wall, whatever you want to get to, and we're going to start with our feet nice and narrow, and the top part of your butt is going to be on that support system. Get your feet close, feet straight, balance in direction, feet straight. So get those feet close. Let's just train this position right off the bat here. Then we're going to bring our chest forward slightly. Before we even start, we are going to think about activating all these muscles that we're trying to get into. This exercise and on the wall should be the hardest thing you've ever done. And it should not be just your quads. Your quads will get an added benefit from this, but it should not be the only thing you feel. Because usually when people sit in wall sits like this, I'm sitting on this right now, but when they sit like this is straight quad right into your kneecap. And I know that does not feel good. And usually there's some internal collapsing right there too. So let's just get rid of those issues right off the bat. Sit a little bit taller, about a quarter of a squat. Feet straight, inside angle going high. Let's bring the knees out just a little bit. Don't worry about it too much. Let's elevate those heels, okay? We're gonna elevate those heels a little bit because in life, what do we do the most? We walk, we run, we sprint, especially as athletes. But even when you're not a sport-specific athlete, you're still a person going in the gym, whether you're doing CrossFit or HIIT training, you're jumping, you're moving, you're running, you're doing all kinds of stuff. You need to support and be stable and know what security is on the strong side of your foot. Your heel is like a kickstand. Your heel is for that resting position, not maximum driving position. So, strong side of our foot, always get those toes down into the earth. I probably should be barefoot, but that spider freaked me out earlier and it's not happening. Okay, so, checked in with our body, we're in good position here. I can hold this all day long. This is nothing. This is nothing. I can hang out here. If you do not feel that this is the hardest thing you've ever done, we're not tapping into the body just yet. We're not there. Most people and athletes know how to work under load. When we load people up, the only way you can go down, in, whether it's landmine or sled, you're creating tension because you're pushing against resistance. But like I said before, most people can't turn on their body, whether it's hamstrings, glutes. Maybe they get into their quads the most because we're living in that front chain world. A lot of people do not know what back chain is. You're going to find it right now. So before I even start, a couple things. Sometimes I like to pretend like I'm trying to rip the floor apart. Once I do that, no, that does not mean to laterally push me to the side. Floor apart with the feet, and then I'm trying to get my hamstrings as long as possible. I am pushing back here. Okay, knees will go back automatically. My glutes will turn on. I'm ripping the floor apart. And you can even see how everything started to contract a little bit, right? So relaxed. There's a difference between this and now working. This, working. This, working. So you need to be intentional and think about what you're doing in all positions. Think about those ankles. Think about why you're trying to create security in that strong part of your foot. And look, I'm feeling right now. Okay, so actively push the feet apart. Drive those hamstrings. Try to rip those hammies right out the back. Your glutes will turn on. Everything should be firing. Try to fight that relaxed position in the front. We're working right now. We're not in. And look, even though I'm in my back chain because my hips are sitting behind my rib cage, my quads are still working. I haven't done a specific quad workout in I don't even know how long, because every time that awareness, now that I know what it means like to get back in my back chain, my ass, my hamstrings, my quads just get that added benefit. Oh my gosh, I'm dripping right now. Okay, so we know the difference between relaxed and now we're working. Relaxed, chilling, quad, probably kneecap, maybe a little bit of calves just because you're on toes. Yes, all this will turn on, but now let's turn on hamstrings and get back here and glutes. And see how long you can actively work to be in and weight in the floor with your feet and lengthen back here. And tell me this is not the hardest wall sit you've ever done in your life. If you only feel your lower back, if only your lower back is on fire, glutes as much, like, I'm hinging, I'm in my back chain, but I don't feel it back here. A lot of times what people do is they're bring it in, check back in with get yourself into a new, share with me or tag me or send me your